Hey guys, what's up? It's Apollo here. Hope you guys are doing well and welcome back to another beautiful medieval battle. This time, we've got a 4 versus 4. Now, the alliances today are a little strange, they're a little weird, but since there's 8 armies on the battlefield, let's go ahead and just dive into these army comps and get started here. If you don't really care about the army comps, you can just skip ahead. The battle starts about right here, so yeah, go ahead and go straight to the action. Now, for the rest of us, let's look at what we got here. So starting with the attackers, we're going to start with this faction right here. We've got the Kingdom of France. So France has delicious units. They've got heavy spears. We've got some dismounted gendarmes. Or no, these are gens de cheval. So I guess it's just dismounted knights. So they got pole arms. Pretty good unit. Look at the armor. They look really fresh. They're ready to fight. We got some halberdiers in the back. Halberdiers really good for choke point situations. We also have some men-at-arms on horseback. So heavy shock cav ready to go. Always important to have. Then we've got their general, the French general. We also have a lot of swordsmen in the siege towers. So yeah, fantastic. More and more men-at-arms and knights ready to scale the walls. Let's move on to his ally, which is actually the Republic of Genoa. Bring in a catapult. We also have a bombard, great for bringing down walls. We have some pavies, crossbows, and some spearmen. He's also bringing some pikemen to the mix. Let's not forget all of the great Italian infantry. I assume this is Spadacina. Nope, we got some Genoese nobles on the battlefield, which is fantastic. So yeah, they're already in the siege equipment, ready to scale the walls, just like the brave French knights. He does have his ally nearby, actually joining up together one mega force. We've got Kievian Rus. So they are bringing an excellent force of cav and infantry, westernized spearmen, so a pretty solid spear unit. He also has some British axemen, one of my favorite units in Medieval 2 Total War. It's great to see them on the battlefield as well in 1212 AD, the mod for Attila, of course. So yeah, excellent. We got the Devor pushing forward as well. So they've got a very good versatile unit, good at shooting their bows and fighting in melee. They take the shields right off their backs. So yeah, Kievian Rus got great infantry. Here's some northern boyars. So yeah, excellent force. And I think he's got a little bit of troops here, maybe just to no, actually, he's sending them over as well. I was thinking that maybe he was going to do a little sneak attack here, but actually, he's going to move over and join with his Genoese ally. So if we now head over to the final attacking force, we have the Republic of Venice. Now, Venice is a well-rounded faction. They've got good units in every category: archer, infantry, spear, cav, you name it. They've got some heavy bows in the front. Look at these spears, excellent spears. And then he's got some heavy melee, and let's not forget about the pikes, which are going to be vital for the end of the game, the late game, when it's all about a single choke point. He's got the Doge of Venice, late period, and of course he's got a lot of swordsmen ready to scale the walls as well. So let's look at the defenders now. The defenders, we got some great armies. We've got the Kingdom of Jerusalem, and let's not forget Cyprus. So he's got heavy melee infantry. This has to be my all-time favorite faction. I can't say all-time, but one of my favorite factions, just because the units are so unique and awesome. So yeah, he's got the heavy melee infantry. He's got some pike infantry ready to hold the gates against the great armies of the Republic of Venice. He's got some I never get this one right. Turcopoilers. Anyways, it's a bow infantry. It's like a Middle Eastern bow infantry, probably mercenary troop. He's got some Crusader infantry over here. It's just, you got the mix of different. It's just great. I just love the Kingdom of Jerusalem. They are fantastic, great, unique looking units. I mean, look at these guys. None of them look alike. That's the cool part. I really like that. Then he's got some reserves back here. It looks like he's got more spears, crossbows, swordsmen. The general, actually the general he's an infantry unit, so check that out. The Grand Master here, excellent. So we actually have another well, actually this is Denmark, right? Yeah, this is Denmark. I always get Denmark and Norway confused, but yeah, Denmark on the battlefield, bringing a lot of cav. to this battle. So very interesting choice there. Also, he's got more troops in reserve. Now, unfortunately, they are the defensive players, so their armies are all mixed together. We've got another army of the Kingdom of Jerusalem in Cyprus, so excellent force. And we'll see these forces more in detail. We also have the army from the Kingdom of Castile, bringing some Moorish archers ready to defend with the Crusaders, which is always funny to see. But, you know, if the price is right, you can get anyone to fight together against a common enemy. So, yeah, pretty cool stuff. We'll see more troops over here on this side as well. So more, it's actually Castile's forces mixed in with Denmark's, the Danish forces. So we got some spears pushing forward. It's always great to see Denmark. We never see Denmark as much as Norway. So yeah, anyways, let's head back over here. I wonder if they're going to start pushing. No, they're not pushing, but they are firing their artillery. Now, in a big siege settlement like this, it's going to be really important that you get the timing right. You got to make sure you are well aware of what your teammates are doing in this fight so far. You got to make sure, like, hey, if this player, which it looks like this is going to be a pretty tough defense. Now, I'm a little surprised here that the Kingdom of Jerusalem is not sending up his men to defend the walls. Now, I get it. It's because of that. It's because of the great bombard that is shelling the defenses right now. So I understand why he's not doing that. And he's got to be careful, too. The attackers, you don't want to destroy too much of the arrow towers. The reason you don't want to do that is because you want to be able to put troops up on the walls, and if you destroy the arrow towers, you can't actually go down here. It's a really silly mechanic. I think it's so dumb, but that's just how Attila works. If you can't use these anymore, these little pathways, because the arrow towers have been destroyed. So you got to watch out for that. And you know what? He should be able to go down this one, but he's got troops waiting for him. All he really needs to do here, Venice, he just needs to get his crossbows, his archers up here, fire down at the defenders, and do some pretty solid damage. Let's go over to the other side here and just see what the other players are up to. So they're still just mobilizing their troops. We do have some cav running out because it does. Oh no, we've got cav charging for Kievan Rus catapults here, and yeah, sure enough, who is this? This is Denmark pushing forward some heavy shock cav, going for the artillery, which is a smart move. But yep, we do have cav coming over all the way from across the battlefield. Northern Boyars, this is going to be a costly mistake. And yep, it doesn't look like, nope, he's going to get his artillery crew out of there. It is too late for them, too late for any kind of help. And just like that, the defenders are looking way better than they did before, because they took out such an important, or just important tool to this for the attackers, is what I'm trying to say. Words are hard today. But yeah, catapult's so important, not only knocking down walls, but killing troops during the later stages of the battle. But the Boyars might be able to get some revenge here, and sure enough, they are going to catch up with these knights. The knights were not able to get out of there fast enough, so they're going to turn around and just hold their ground against the Northern Boyars. And I believe, yes, both of these are heavy shock cav. Here comes some Danish forces just wrapping around here. So we got a nice little cav engagement in the outer walls of this battle, which is always quite enjoyable to watch. I always love little fights, outside the settlement. But yeah, very nice. Again, I'm pretty sure Kievan Rus is going to win this one, but at what cost? I mean, this unit of heavy shock cav, just taking out one catapult piece, he's gotten his money back. He has gotten his money back. And even if he loses this unit right here, doesn't matter, because he took out such an important piece of artillery. Let's head back over here. So it looks like we're finally getting the siege equipment over on this side, with Venice taking on the Kingdom of Jerusalem. So Venice is about to scale the walls. Now again, hopefully he doesn't get too aggressive here. Now actually, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. We got some heavy melee infantry coming around this way. Look at them. Yeah, they're marching around this way. They're getting ready to defend the walls. So thankfully, he is sending up some troops to help hold these walls. Here we go. Here comes the first swordsman unit. He's got, actually, are these Venetian? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like heavy Venetian infantry equivalent to the medieval 2 type of. It's just, you know, authentic in Italian, old medieval Italian. But yeah, all he needs to do is get his crossbows up here, which it looks like he is getting them ready. Please tell me he gets these guys up on the walls. I mean, it's easy cooking over here, boys. Easy killing if you can just get your troops up here. Don't charge in. Just don't. Just... In fact, he should just send his spearmen down. There's no reason for them to be up here. They're just gonna get shot at with you know, from the enemy arrow fire. Now back over here, we have a little bit of a slower approach with France pushing up their ram. They do have some spears nearby just in case, I assume, a cav charge maybe. But he's got some reserves ready to support. Now there's nothing really defending over here. So yeah, they're giving France a pretty, just a nice cushion, really, to be able to take this wall and maybe even potentially, well, no, I was going to say potentially send over some reinforcements to help his ally, but it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do that. Also, there's a breach in the wall, which is pretty huge. Hopefully, Venice can take advantage of that and use it against his opponent. Let's head back over here. The Cav is still fighting the good fight. Check this out. So, excellent little engagement. Finally, they're starting to waver. But they held their ground for a while. Unfortunately, even though they did a hero's deed of taking out that artillery, they will be wiped out pretty soon. Just outnumbered. Not outmatched, just outnumbered. Maybe outmatched, I don't know. But I always love seeing the cav engagement going on outside the walls. It just looks so good. If we head back over here, so we also have more siege towers pushing forward, but again, there's really not that much of a defense. I think it's because it's so close to the town center, they just want to keep it very compact, just keeping all the forces nearby ready to defend the final stand. So I feel like we're going to get a very juicy fight over in this middle ground. Let's head back over here because I feel like this is where most of the fighting is taking place. We got the catapult just opening fire here, going after some pikes of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. Also potentially going after these spearmen who are trying to hold this breach point. The crossbows are still trying, I assume, trying to get it in a good position to fire down on those defensive units. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Get these crossbows up here. You will rack up a lot of kills. Back over here, there is some pretty intense melee fighting going on for the control of the wall, with Venice taking on these boys. Look at this. I'm trying to, sorry guys, I'm trying to get a good close up here, but you know Total War, just there. This is good enough. Look at this knight. Look at this knight going. Look at this guy. Oh man, yeah, the animations definitely add a lot of life to the game. I think it just was too much animations. You know, it's just too much 1 versus 1. Oh, he's down. Too much 1 versus 1. Not enough, like, oh, arrows coming in, the friendly fire, killing some of his own troops there. That is unfortunate. So, yeah, he's got to watch out. He's got some dismounted Turkopolers. They are firing down. Look at these guys. Look at this. This is great. These uniforms, just looking up ahead. They're like, keep firing, man, keep firing. Excellent. I love that. I just love the detail in these uniforms. You guys know me in the uniforms. Oh, wait, there's some cav charging out over here, guys. We've got some heavy shock cav going for the crossbows. They saw a window of opportunity, and they took it. So they're going to run down the crossbows and probably go for more. I mean, most of the time in siege battles, when you charge out cav, it's going to be a suicide mission, so you might as well just keep them running around and try to kill as many of the enemy army as you can before they can actually enter the city. But this is really good, and maybe, you know what? He might be moving on to the next target here. So what is he going for? So yeah, he might run all the way to the French and maybe get them by surprise, but they took a lot of casualties there, running away, getting hit by archer fire. So yeah, they really been softened up there, about half strength, but he does have some cav out, and the attackers do need to watch out for that. He is charging down these pikes. I don't know why the attackers are doing this over here. Again, he should just use his crossbows. This is just a waste of good men. Wasted good men. And if we head back here, I think we do have some troops charging through the gate. So finally, we have the Republic of Genoa kind of going, just looking across the battlefield face to face with the forces from the army from Castile. So yeah, he's not yet charging in. I think he's going to cap this location, which is smart. Oh, wait. What is this? Oh, wait. Okay, this is Genoa. I was like, wait, are they flanking him? No, this is his own army coming across. So yeah, he's taking the walls, getting ready, just forming up his forces, preparing them for the next stage of this battle. The French are pretty much doing the same thing as well, just getting their troops onto the walls, onto the streets, and preparing to attack the inner defenses of this glorious medieval defense. And look at this stand right here. This is epic. I love this. Always so cool to see just like this defensive testudo. Always looks fantastic. Let's head back over this way though, because again, this is where most of the juicy fighting is taking place. Looks like the Republic of Venice being very hesitant. Just, you know, and I don't blame them. I don't want to, you know, I wouldn't want to charge in units into pikes like this head first. And again, he's still losing over here. He is breaking some spears, but the Kingdom of Jerusalem is sending over reinforcements to help defend this breach point. But for now, the swordsmen are still just clumped up over here. He is losing a lot of men. You can see, look at these guys back here. They've used up more than half of their ammo, so you know they racked up a ton of kills. In fact, can we click? No, we can't. Only during live battles. But now using fire arrows. Interesting. I would definitely stick to heavy shot. I don't know if he's trying to break the enemy, but they're just too strong of numbers. Their morale is too strong to be able to break them. Oh, wait, look at this. Look at this. Oh, my God. Okay, so the Kingdom of Jerusalem is charging up the hill. Or, I'm sorry, this isn't a hill. This is a wall. Charging up the wall and attacking the crossbows by surprise. And look what we have here. This is an excellent, excellent tactic. I wasn't even thinking about this. This is a good move by the Jerusalem player. The fact that, that's a thing you got to look out for. If you're going to set up archers up here, you got to make sure you at least have one swordsman unit to defend this little stairway, because the stairway works both ways. Sure, you can use it to go down here and attack the opponent, or he could use it and go after your crossbows. And oh, Venice, losing a lot of good men there. Now his swordsmen are surrounded up on this wall. It's not super terrible, but yeah, I mean, it's not a good situation. And sure enough, he loses a lot of good men. He is charging through the breach point, and I say this all the time, but this breach point always reminds me of the Kingdom of Heaven, and that looks so cool. With the artillery, look at that, just firing overhead. Let me get some close-ups here as they charge through the breach. Look at this. Here they come through the breach point. So much fun to watch. There we go. And now the spears are coming down as well. So he is setting up some spears to support this fight, which is good. But he's got extra reserves coming around this way. So the Kingdom of Jerusalem is making this a very difficult task for Venice to take the outer walls. Everyone else having a lot of success, at least taking the walls. We do have a big fight going on here between, again, the Kingdom of Jerusalem and France. France has a combined force of halberdiers and some Pavis spearmen. So this is going to be quite the matchup here between these two forces. So yeah, pretty bloody matchup indeed. Let's go back over to the center. We actually had a cav charge. That's a pretty good move, but they're not going to be able to do a lot of damage against these heavy melee infantry because they were in testudo formation. Oh, the cav getting chopped up there. So yeah, it wasn't great. Now he's going to send up his swordsmen. This is the French coming in, the foot men-at-arms, high period. Here they go. Look at them. They're like, charge, charge. And the swordsmen just waiting. Form testudo. That's awesome. Love that. So awesome. And there we go. That was an epic scene right there. That's why I love historical Total Wars, man. It's so much fun. Anyways, he's got some Gotland soldiers here. Very, very light melee infantry. So Genoa also starting to get into this fight, beginning the battle. Archers. Oh my God. Look at this. Holy crap. look at this beautiful sight right here. Let me just zoom in here because it's hard. The camera's not letting me zoom in. Look at these archers. Perfect. Just perfect spot for these guys. And they are now... Oh, but the artillery is going to answer back. Look at this. The artillery's like, nope. Not today. Not today, Kievian Rus. Look at these guys looking over the battlefield. That is some juicy, juicy archer angles. So yeah, they're just... Look at this. See all these units right here? Dead. Because of superior positioning. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. You've got to watch these walls. You cannot let the enemy use these walls against you if you're defending. Don't give them up so easily. And if you are going to give them up so easily, don't defend near them. Because if you defend near them, you're going to get in range of these bastards right here. Look at these guys. Yeah, so not a good situation, but hopefully the players... Hopefully they fall back soon. They are... Oh, good hits. Good hits. I wish I was a little bit closer for that shot. Oh, the banner carries. He's getting back up. He's like, we will not drop the standard. But yeah, that was epic. Let's just hang over here. This is such a cool scene right here. I'm just really enjoying this part. Let's see if we get more artillery coming in. You know, the artillery... Do you think this is a worthy target to go after with artillery? Because it's such a long shot. But you are taking out archers, which could be huge, like, late game. See, come on. Are you going to fire the artillery or not? Come on. I don't got all day. We're already almost halfway through the battle. You can see it's very peaceful over here, so a lot of units are just kind of sitting back in reserve. We do have more fighting going on in the streets. I'm loving this fight because it's just all over the place. Like... Just, you can change positions and you'll find a different fight going on. Is what, you get what I'm saying? It's just, there's fighting everywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. But Denmark fighting against Kievian Rus with the Genoese. They're fighting against the Genoese. So we got some British axemen mixed in with some foot condottieri against the Huskarl of the Danish. So very cool. I don't know how much longer these guys are going to hold. They might want to send in some reinforcements. Here comes another. Come on, please be juicy. Oh, that could have. I mean, it was kind of juicy, but it could have been a lot worse. But these archers are fine. Don't worry about the artillery. I mean, yeah, it's not going to hit every time. It would be cool if he could destroy his own walls, and that would just like kill all of these guys. But here's the thing. I don't think he's going to be able to. No. Okay. Yeah. Well, okay, good. I was worried that he won't be able to get these guys off the walls, but he should be able to get them off, like, over in these areas. But yeah, it's looking good everywhere. Here comes a charge. We got Genoa going after the Castilian forces, and again, they're getting peppered down by arrows. Now, the attackers need to be careful here. They don't want to use up all of their ammo on the defenders. Well, you know what I mean. Of course, they want to use all their ammo on the defenders, but I mean... You don't want to use all your ammo early on. You want to save some of that ammo for late game when you're pushing for the final defense. That's what I was trying to say. But dismounted Genoese nobles, these guys look awesome. So they're taking on the nobles, I guess, of Castile. They are outnumbered. They're pretty softened up. Look at all the carnage from the crossbow fire from those walls. Again, you don't want to give up the walls so easily. Let's head back over here for... Oh my god, poor Venice. Poor Venice. Now, the thing about Venice is that he is by himself. This is a true 1 versus 1 over here. And honestly, guys, the Kingdom of Jerusalem is winning this one. They are clearly winning. Now, the balance of power is still about the same. I mean, there's a little over, or a little under, I should say, 1,000. Now, you know what I mean. It's not a little under, but it's under 1,000. So in terms of numbers, it's in the advantage of the attackers and balance of power. So overall strength of the attackers, it's in favor of them. So yeah, Venice is struggling. I mean, this is just a well-put defense here by Jerusalem. They are starting to run out of troops though, and I think eventually over time, maybe, I'm pretty sure, that Venice will win this engagement. He opened up another breach point. He is desperate for another entry point because all the other entry points are being blocked by very brave Jerusalem soldiers. So here we go. We've got some mounted free company. They've got a free shot, a free charge for these crossbows. Let's see if they go for it. Come on, guys. They're waiting for you. Oh, move in quick. Here we go. Gonna get some revenge. Yes, run them down. Run them down. Beautiful, beautiful tactics there. Good charge. And now he should be able to, yes, get a hammer and anvil on the spear unit who's trying to block up this path. Oh, nice. So Venice is finally getting some success here. He's broken through this breach point as well. So I think this is going to be the turning point for Venice, but still at this point, at what cost? What cost? He lost a lot of good men taking this one. And we will bow our heads and take a moment of silence for all the brave Venetians who died here today. Amen. All right, so let's go back over to this fight. Let's see what else is going on. So this fight over in this choke point, we saw this a couple minutes ago, a little bit more than a couple. But it looks like France is making some progress on slowly stomping these guys. Now this is a very defensive a point here because they can send over reinforcements and support the fight. But it doesn't look like Jerusalem's going to be retreating. It's not like they need this bridge protected to retreat because it seems like they're going to send in their troops for just a fight to the death. They made an oath to defend this wall and to fight to the bitter end and never to give it up. And if you have to, you'll die doing it. So let's just, you know what, guys, take a moment for just a moment of silence for the kingdom of Jerusalem and the brave men who defended these walls today. Amen. All right. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, so back over here. More cav charging in. So I think, who is this? The French? Yeah, the French are sending in their men-at-arms, trying to just poke some holes into this defense. Now they've got a gap they can charge through and flank around some of the defenders. So this is going to be pretty huge right here. And we also have Venice coming around to support his allies. So now we're starting to see some defenses crumble. Back over here, we've got more Jerusalem forces. These guys as well should probably fall back. The artillery now firing down. Oh, good shot there. Oh, my goodness. So getting some good hits, taking out some artillery. So that sucks for the defenders. And now we got some cav closing in. So Venice just getting some. Oh, and another one gone. I swear to God, guys. I swear to God. Like in the code, they made it so when you're firing catapult ammo after another catapult, it's like dead accurate. When you're going after infantry, it's horrible, right? It always misses. But when you go after enemy artillery, it gets it like every time. Now maybe because infantry is quicker than, you know, an artillery piece, I don't know, but it just seems a little odd. Let's go back here. We've actually got a huge engagement. Look at this. This is epic. So we've got Kievian Rus facing, what is this, Jerusalem or Castile? They look very similar. It is Castile. So the Castilian soldiers. We also have a small pocket of fighting going on over here. British axemen holding, or yeah, are they? No, they're. Let's see. Hold on. British axemen. See, Genoese nobles. Let me zoom out here. These palm trees are making it kind of confusing. It's actually just a mosh pit of death. A lot of force. Denmark and Castile holding this flank. Doesn't look like they're going to hold much longer. Now, Denmark has some fresh troops they can send forward, which they are. So they've got some spears, some pikes, and, well, pikes and spears, but he's actually going to disengage. So I wonder if this is where the players have just agreed to, the defending players agreed to fall back and go to the final stand. We actually, look at this, guys. We have some swordsmen from, who is this? The Genoese pushing for the final stand. Now we are getting some frame issues, guys, because of the fires, because of all the troops on the battlefield right now. That's to be expected. It is Attila. It's poorly optimized. But yeah, anyways, let's go back over here where we got France just kind of putting up a great stand. France is doing a good job here cleaning up these forces. Venice still struggling to take out these guys. But again, over time, I feel like the Jerusalem soldiers are going to get tired, and that's going to affect their combat effectiveness, so they will die pretty soon. Like, basically, this is a battle of attrition at this point, and Venice has more men. And since they have more men, they should be able to win this one. We even have the general. He dismounted, and he's now on the walls. He's like, stop breaking, you bastards. Keep fighting. Don't break on my watch. But yeah, the Doge of Venice. We do have a small force pushing through the bridge. It's not like these guys are going to get a lot done. They're very depleted, but they're kind of chasing down the Jerusalem forces that are now falling back, getting ready to defend the last remaining defense, really. I mean, this is it. The town center is right here by this beautiful building. So yeah, this is it for the defenders. Now, let's be fair, though. This is a strong defense. And a lot of these forces are still alive and well, which is good, which is really good. So, got a little barricade here. The foot men-at-arms. Wait, is that the French getting surrounded? No, that's the French surrounding them. They've got more infantry coming around this way. Got some dismounted northern boys. We also have some dismounted boyar sons who are... How did this barricade get here? Like, come on. Break down the barricade. Hey, the defenders will not divide us. He will not divide us. But yeah, he's going to try to break down this wall. More swordsmen coming in, more axemen. That's what you need, axemen. Just chip away, to slice away or to chop away is what I was going for, this barricade. But this is kind of hilarious. Just like they can hear their men fighting and they're just so desperately wanting to get into this fight. But it just seems like it's not going to happen. Come on. Break through this thing. What is this barricade? There we go. There we go. It's starting to go down now. Man, this is a strong barricade. We're definitely getting some frame rate issues, guys. I've never encountered it this bad. I don't know if it's because of the map. It might be because the map is so ginormous. There is some fighting going on here. It looks like they were trying to chase down some archers, but no, yeah. Wow, this is huge. We've got a hospitality caravan. This is a crossbow unit that has full ammo. So if they take out this crossbow unit, they are going to save so many lives. So that was a good aggressive move there from the French. But that was well, basically this has been a great start. The attackers over here starting to break a little bit, trying to take out these barricades. I wonder how they set up the barricades, because if you set up the barricades, it can cause the replay to crash. Maybe they just got lucky and the replay worked. I don't really know. But it's cool to see the barricades. I wish we could see that more often, but again, it causes the replay to crash. So now we have the Kievian Rus surrounding the Castilian forces that are up on these walls. So, little pocket of fighting going on. But, oh, okay, here we go. So, it kind of feels like we're in the second bombardment phase, where they're just trying to soften up these forces. Really, what I would try to do at this point, burn down some buildings. Like, bring down the buildings. That's going to affect their morale during the fight. It's going to affect their combat effectiveness. Settlement damage is at 0%. And these buildings are close. So if you get a fire going, it will spread quickly. So hopefully, yeah, hopefully they just use their catapults to start burning stuff down. Now, that's the question, guys. What do you go for? Do you go for the infantry with the artillery, shots, the catapult ammo? Go for this artillery? Or do you go for burning down the buildings? Or maybe, honestly, I would do a little of both. But it's a tough question. Like, what would be better? To damage how effective they are in combat, or to just kill them, to take down their numbers? It's tough to say. If you could do both, that would be great. Oh, artillery focusing down this big blob. They got to prevent. Really don't want to blob up too much, because the catapults are going to do a lot of damage. We got more spears that are getting surrounded here. They really should stop trying to defend these outer streets, because they've lost the flanks. It's so easy for these guys to get outflanked and surrounded, and sure enough, I mean, these are Venetian Marines? Oh my god, they betrayed their own people. That sucks. I was like, wait, Venetians? Wait, am I looking at this right? Yeah, Venetian Marines, they're gone now. They would have been way more effective holding a choke point. So it's unfortunate that they're doing that. But here comes some cav. Look at this. Who is this? The Kingdom of Jerusalem going for a cav charge. Check this out. So they're gonna, oh, but they got shield wall going on here, so they should hold pretty well. Oh yeah, they're holding extremely well. So yeah, shield wall, in case you didn't know, shield wall kind of helps take on the brunt of those cav charges. Just, it's harder for the cav to penetrate through the lines. Now, of course, they're still going to be able to kill your men, but it does definitely protect your infantry on, you know, head first charges. But yeah, the pikes are kind of getting softened up. The general is getting focused down by some archer fire, so the general of Venice, so he needs to watch out for that. But let's just kind of zoom out here and just look at the current situation here of this siege, of just how the final stages are ending up here. So there's still, other than Venice, I mean, these armies are fairly, relatively speaking, strong. The defenders are somewhat strong as well. I mean, still, the balance of power, I think it's only, oh man, look at the difference now in numbers. Wow. So it's really turning into a desperate stand. Now, is it completely desperate where I feel like the defenders don't have a chance of winning this one? Absolutely not. I still think they can easily win this battle if everything turns out all right. If, you know, if the attackers start to run out of archer ammo and catapult ammo, I think they can easily hold this one. It's really just how they manage their ammo and just how they approach this attack. I mean, we've got a lot of pikes. Look at this. A lot of pikes that are getting focused down. I really don't think these guys should not be standing here. I mean, they should just be behind these walls. Get them behind these buildings. Because there's no point of just keeping them out here if they're just going to be in the way of these arrows. It's just easy shooting for the Devore. So there they go. Look at them. Look at them. They're just easy shots. Easy shots. It's like shooting a fish in a barrel. You know what I mean? All right, so, oh, look at this catapult. Oh, yes, perfect hit. So that's pretty good. I mean, again, the defenders are going to be relying heavily on that catapult ammo to turn this one around. Here comes more forces coming up this way. So they're going for it. Let's also not forget about the arrow towers, the watch towers, which are a little broken in Attila. They're a little too strong for my liking. I don't really like when basically things that players control are a little too strong. Kind of takes away the skill part of it, but good God. The heavy bow infantry just got massacred here by this pike slash pavis combo. Very deadly combo. But I wonder if they still have any artillery ammo. I mean, they could use that to destroy some of these arrow towers. Now we got a cav charging in once again. We got the British axemen getting softened up by arrows, and oh, that was bad. That was a great charge by the cav unit there. And now some crossbows are freaking out. They're like, oh God, more infantry, fill in the gaps. We don't want to be trampled. Now the infantry is trying to close in, trying to get these knights in one place so they can just, you know, take them down and prolong melee. But the knights are actually going to disengage very wisely and go for some, maybe just a different target. Well, they are, okay, they're breaking. They just took too much. I think it was just crossbow fire or something really softened these guys up. But yeah, the swordsmen, they held their ground. They held their ground. Now the crossbows over here softening up the defenders. Yep, sure enough, they're going to focus down this defense right here, but it's going to be tough. I mean, these big shields, they're going to protect the pikes also as well that are standing nearby. So yeah, it's going to be a long grind to be able to kill these guys. Really, what they need to do is break through elsewhere. And oh my God, look at this mess. What in the world, attackers? Okay, first off, the attackers doing good right here. Getting all these kills, fantastic. But this right here, this is not good. Too many units. You're just begging. You're begging the attackers to kill your men with all these troops blobbed up here. Now, I mean, I've seen worse. I really have. But you've got to watch out on this kind of stuff because you could easily get focused down by archer fire, which he's using. Yeah, I don't know what it looks like he's going for a different target though. Yeah, he's actually going for the reinforcements back here that are in Testudo. Also, he could be going after these heavy crossbow infantry. But yeah, the attackers are looking pretty good over here other than the blobbing. Yeah, the catapult. Go for this catapult. What are you doing? Don't go for that. Go for this. Look at this. This is a huge blob. Don't do this, guys. In Total War, don't blob up. And like, there's very rare situations where you want to blob up troops. And honestly, when I say rare, I mean very rare. You want to keep your forces spread. You don't want them all in one spot. Now we got Denmark sending over some heavy shock cap, running down the Pavi's crossbows. So a nice aggressive play by the defenders. It's good to see them charge out and get some damage and not just sit back and just let the attackers control the battlefield. That's another thing, guys. Don't let the other player control the battlefield. If you feel like you're constantly playing catch up with the opponent, it means you're not well, you're not controlling the battlefield. And when you control the battlefield, you're the one that gets to make the moves. You know, you are the one that I guess it's hard for me to explain. Anyways, let's get back to the battle. Basically, take the initiative, be aggressive. Oh god. Really, catapult? Why are you going for this? Catapult. Why are you going for this big blob? But this is really concerning, guys. This is a huge, huge issue for the defenders. And unless they can patch this up quickly, like these spearmen, what are they doing? These swordsmen, what are they doing? Get them into the fight. Hold. Don't let these guys spread out. Because if they spread out, they're going to be able to attack the backside of all these other units. But yeah, I mean, I think they need to send all these reserves over here over to the other side. They can hold this flank with just 2 units. They can do it. It's easy. These guys are look at them. Look at that. Would you want to charge into this? Huh? Would you? No. These guys are fine. So they don't need these swordsmen standing by. Just send them back over to the other side. And look at this. Sure enough, we got the General Venice seeking some revenge after losing pretty much his entire army. Now the towers are crumbling. The attackers have now conquered this location. They haven't cleared it out, but they took out the towers. And these swordsmen are doing everything they can to hold. But, oh, was that a flanking charge? Yes, it was. The Doge of Venice breaking through. And look at this. The floodgates have opened. The attackers are storming across the French. This is a combined force too. We've got all kinds of soldiers. We got the French, we have Kievian Rus, we have also Venice, I believe, as well. So yeah, a good mix of forces just storming across, causing havoc, breaking down the defenses. Here comes a dismounted knight unit, Jean de Cheval. Still working on my French. I actually wanted to learn French, but I don't know. I was gonna look for a tutor nearby that lives near me. That would be cool. If just like, you know, once a week go to a tutor and then, you know, on my own practice. But anyways, back to the fight. So it's starting to look like. By the way, let's just appreciate how epic this is. This just like grand scale. I mean, look at this. So cool. Cinematic. Like, this is why I love the historical titles. Just so epic, so chaotic, so much fun. But yeah, this is looking like this is going to be the end for the defenders, which is really surprising because the person who sent this in was one of the defenders, and most people send in their victories. So first off, I tip my fedora in his general direction for sending in a defeat. I really wish more people would do that. That way it's a little bit more surprising, because most of the time people just assume whoever sends it in is the victorious player. But yeah, send in the defeats, guys. There's no shame in defeat, really. You guys know me. I upload my defeats all the time. I just want an epic battle. I don't care if I win or lose. I mean, of course I'm trying to win, but you know, it's not like the end of the world. So yeah, send in some good battles, even if it means, you know, showing off a battle you lost in, you know, you had a defeat, because people will respect that more than you just sending in just victories. But yeah, nice little engagement here. The defenders putting up a defiant last stand, but you can see the blue little squares getting surrounded by the red squares, and now more and more troops storm. Look how epic. I love these little, like, what are these, like fountains? It's like a big bath or something. But you can see some dead soldiers drowning on their own blood and drowning on the water. And now more and more of these troops are storming across. The defenders desperately just trying to put up any kind of front line here. But it just seems like it's going to be too much, guys. Now they're storming across the fountains here. And let's see, where are they going to go for? Just anyone, really, at this point. Oh, look at the fire arrows coming down, too. Who is this from? It's from the defenders. Defenders still focusing down this area. I mean, they've... Hey, the good news is that they've held this, right? They're holding on to this. They might want to now send over these spears or pikes. I mean, really, like, what are these swordsmen doing here? They don't need to be here. They need to come back over here. Wouldn't it be crazy if the defenders pulled this off? I mean, they've got themselves... Look at this. They've got a little battle line protecting... It's just they're losing the town center. That's the biggest issue. We got the Grand Master here on foot. And he's going to... Come on, get a charge bonus. He's going to miss out on the charge bonus, unfortunately. And he's going to get charged by some dismounted knights and a horse that has no horse master. But yeah, more and more infantry going in. Oh, the front line is starting to crumble for the defenders. It doesn't seem like they can hold on much longer. These swordsmen are desperately needed elsewhere. They do not need to be standing here. He needs to send them around. I mean, there's so many points. Like, he needs... Like, it's not over until it's over, guys. Don't give up. Send up more troops. You can hold it. Look at this. They're breaking over here. Now, sure, they took the settlement, but it's going to take 142 seconds to win the game. So you still have time to come back and win this one. So I don't know why he's just hanging back here. I would get... Oh, at least we got the pikes moving back. That's good. So Denmark coming over with some reinforcements, thankfully. But yeah, this player just does not seem to want to send in his reserves. And also, why is this unit charging out? Needs to send them back. We need more men over at this town center if they're going to hold on to this one. Hold! This is a pretty epic last stand. This is cool. I mean, it's one of those games where, sure, it wasn't super close, but there were so many epic moments in this last stand. I love that in Total War. Like, when you know you're going to lose, but you put up this crazy stand and you try to bring down as many as you can with you. That's what I love. I do that all the time. There we go. Here comes a flanking charge. This is actually pretty huge. It might cause some of these troops to break, but who knows. Oh, yeah, we got some breaking going on, but it's such a depleted unit. I don't think they're going to last much longer. And pretty soon, I think we're going to see a chain route. We're down to the last minute and 10 seconds. Here comes a cab charge closing in. The men are breaking. Yep, sure enough, look at that. Defenders are breaking. They realize, oh, this is not looking good. And I think actually the attackers are going to capture this one. You can see, oh, wait, no, maybe not, maybe not. Yeah, there's a huge chain route. Huge chain route. And the attackers are going to take this one. So, yeah, that was a really good battle. The reason I think the defenders lost this one is because they didn't fight for the walls. They did not fight for the walls. And because they did that, they gave... Okay, so not only did they not fight for the walls, but they also left some defenders near the walls. If you're going to give up the walls, don't go near the walls, because he was able to use his archers to just skirmish down the defenders. And because of that, I think that was really the game-changing tactic there that won the attackers the day. I mean, as the defenders, you have less money, you have less troops, so every decision you make, you need to make sure that you have the advantage. You need to make sure that you are going to kill more. So valiant defeat there. That was definitely a valiant defeat. And again, so awesome to send in your defeat. I definitely respect that. So this was sent in by... CT Novat. I'm so sorry, dude, if I just butchered your name. But yeah, he got, let's see, he did really good against Venice, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, a lot of kills on his infantry, 318 with his pikes. That's really good there. 73 with the catapult. That's pretty solid. So overall, he did very well, but who on his team did not do well? Oh, wait. Was this? I'm sorry. This was sent in by Axiomatic. So, yeah, okay, my bad. It's hard. It was a little confusing there, but here's... Wait, I don't know. I'm sorry. One of these two guys. Okay. But yeah, here's the kills of the different players. A lot of good kills with the archers. Infantry-wise, yeah, the Castile kind of was a little weak there with the pikes. 3 kills there, not good there. But the archers did all right. But here's the kills for the other players. So yeah, you can see that there. What's up with the Pink Floyd stuff? Very cool. Anyways, yeah, that's gonna wrap up this battle today. This was really fun. It's just some good tactics. It's just a good old popcorn battle. I just thought it was great. So if you guys enjoyed the battle, don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and of course subscribe for more epic battles. Thank you guys for joining me in this epic siege battle, and I will see you guys next time on the battlefield.